Yo, what's going on, guys? It is time for another reaction video, and this is going to be another one from Rin. I've already done a reaction to Money Game Part 3, and some people told me in the comments that I should go do Part 1 and 2, and initially I didn't find Part 1 and 2 because I went through all of Rin's videos and it wasn't there. And then I later discovered that if you go to his albums section, that you can go find other songs or videos from him there. So I did Part 3. I'm doing Part 2 now. Figured if I already did it out of order, it doesn't really matter if I go in order at this point. So yeah, let's check out Money Game Part 2.
Strange time of living in panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire.
Man, one thing about these songs is that's so accurate is just like greed, you know? Our politics comes down to greed. The wars comes down to greed. Like every decision comes down to greed for money and power. It's a sad reality.
Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing, I'm a...
Is number 10 Downing Street, is that like where the equivalent of y'all's White House would be? Is that where the main government is? I don't know anything about it, so forgive my ignorance, but I'm just guessing based on the topic of the song that's what that is. So let me know if I'm right or correct me if I'm wrong.
If number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing, I'm a peaceful adolescent. There's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we died upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. We point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
It's almost impossible not to be a part of it, to be honest. Is it, you know, he's right. You know, like everything we do from day to day at some level contributes back to it. Even if we try our hardest to avoid it, there's some sort of decision you make or purchase you make, some company you support, a television show, a music, somewhere down the line, there's something that you consume, use, purchase, whatever, that trickles back up the stream to this.
This old money game. This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste, man. Free, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6.
He seems to use the "she sells seashells by the seashore" quite often. I know he used it in High Ren also. Nonetheless, neither here or there. But talking about buying up the land, you know, it's one of those things. I live in Houston, Texas, which is a huge city. And 5 to 7 years ago, I could go search the listing services for purchasing homes or purchasing land. And you go to the suburbs of Houston or a little beyond. And it used to be that you could find really large plots of land, acres, you know, if you wanted to buy up some land and have some privacy, right? And get a lot of acres, you could. And now it's getting harder and harder to find anything relatively close to Houston or the suburbs of Houston. Now you're having to push out further and further and further and further to try to get your hands on some land. And that's not just happening where I live, that's happening all throughout the US, especially in the metropolitan areas that are more successful than other cities and states. Might be people who still want to be part of the city but live out of the city. It's getting harder to find large plots of land. Everything's being bought up.
On, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but we died upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame. But point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. Money game. This old.
Man, I need to go watch part 1 next. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with the majority of what he's saying here, and it's almost as if our life just comes down to money. And as much as I would like it to be another way, there's not really another way, right? Like, just to get through life, you have to have money. And unfortunately, with inflation and the cost of living and everything continually increasing, you need more and more money, right? So then you have to work harder to get even more and more money. So you start to become a very part of the system that you don't really want to be a part of, just in order to survive. It's yeah. Let me know if that's what you guys take from this song, if that's the angle that you're seeing it from, the way you interpret it. I want to say thank you to everybody who has been subscribing and joining my channel. Because of the Ren reactions, I'm going to keep doing more Ren reactions, more Big Push. I'm going to start doing some of the Trick the Fox as well. If you guys have suggestions of other musicians, bands, artists that I should check out, please tell me in the comments. One thing to keep in mind is if it's a mainstream musician, then I'm likely getting a copyright strike and I won't even be able to share the video on YouTube. I've tried doing it with other artists, and quite often I'll put all the time into filming, editing, and uploading, only to get a copyright takedown of the video. So look into y'all's suggestions, but keep that in mind. It can't be too popular music or I won't even be able to react to it. Yeah, let's wrap it there, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.